important document in front of us today. It's a press release from Ronald Barnes. He's the father of Antonio Gurul, who was just 2.5.
Yeah, and our mission here is to really unpack what he's asking for. It's 7 years after his son's death, and he's demanding full accountability from the New Mexico Children, Youth, and Families Department, CYFD.
It's a truly heartbreaking story. Antonio was murdered back on August 12, 2018.
Right. And the critical thing to understand, the detail that changes everything, is where he was. He was in state custody at the time during something they call a trial home placement.
A trial home placement. That's like a test run, isn't it? The state still has custody, but the child is placed somewhere, supposedly leading towards reunification or a permanent home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the father, Mr. Barnes, his claim is just devastating. He says Antonio was failed, basically, because the system cared more about ticking boxes, paperwork over protection is the phrase he uses.
And it gets worse, doesn't it? He's not just talking about negligence.
No, not at all. He claims CYFD flat out ignored letters he sent, offering to care for his son. And this is a major allegation. He says they used forged signatures in case hashtag C96808.
Forged signatures to do what?
Essentially to write him out of the picture legally, to erase him as the father. And if you remove the natural father, well, you remove a key layer of protection for the child.
Okay, so if they sidelined the father, who did they place Antonio with? And how did the system even allow that?
Well, this is where we hit what Barnes calls the core failure. The placement, the fatal one, was with a man named Jeffrey Moody.
Moody, not related, not family.
No, not family, not kinship care at all. And according to Barnes, Moody didn't just appear out of nowhere. He allegedly had a criminal record and was even documented somewhere in the system as an abuser.
That's unbelievable. So this is what's being called the Moody loophole.
Precisely. It's this fatal flaw in their procedures. It allowed this incredibly risky non-kinship placement, apparently without proper vetting.
While simultaneously working to exclude the actual father.
Yeah.
It's just, wow, a systemic breakdown.
Yeah, and that's why this press release isn't just looking back. It's about using this tragedy to force change now. Barnes has 3 very specific, very big demands for CYFD leadership today.
Okay, let's break those down. What's the first one?
First, he wants a public audit, not just any audit, but a 7-year procedural look back at everyone involved in case hashtag C96808, supervisors, caseworkers, everyone.
7 years. So not just the moment of placement, but the whole history leading up to it and presumably the aftermath too.
Exactly. He wants to see the pattern, the systemic issues, which leads right into the second demand.
Yep.
Accountability, real consequences.
Meaning?
He wants a public promise from CYFD that anyone found to have broken protocol, falsified those records, used forged signatures, or showed gross negligence will face disciplinary action. And that includes termination.
So not just shuffling people around, actual firing for failures that led to a child's death.
Right. He wants teeth in this.
Right.
And the third demand ties this specific case to future prevention. It connects to a proposed law, the Big Buddy Act for 2026.
The Big Buddy Act. What's the demand related to that?
Barnes insists the act must require rigorous, independent reviews by the STIU, that's the Specialized Treatment and Investigative Unit, before any child is placed in a non-kinship trial home visit again.
So an independent check, another set of eyes specifically for these potentially dangerous placements outside of family.
Correct. Trying to close that Moody loophole for good.
Yeah.
And what's striking is Antonio's legacy is already making a difference.
How so?
Well, there's already Antonio's law, NMHB 106. It's law now, and it's helping kids with seizure disorders. So the family has channeled this unimaginable pain into tangible legislative change.
He is the ignition. That's what his father said. It's powerful.
It really is. And the fight continues with the Big Buddy Act, pushing for kinship first placements, parental ally programs, trying to build safeguards. The support is there too, over 50,000 visitors to the Forever Missed website honoring Antonio.
So this deep dive really shows how one absolutely tragic case hashtag C96808, and identifying this Moody loophole is being used to demand fundamental change in a huge state agency.
Yeah, it's about breaking down a bureaucratic machine that failed and rebuilding it with accountability at its core.
It leaves us with a heavy question, really. For you, listening, when the state is supposed to be a child's last line of defense, what's the biggest danger? Is it flawed procedures? Is it silence, people not speaking up? Or is it something like the intentional legal erasure of a parent from the equation? Something to think about.